In last lecture, we have studied, I think, agriculture census, right?
Yes, sir.
Before that, we have studied regarding livestock census. And before that, we have studied forest report. These three current sections were covered in last three lectures, right?
Yes, sir.
I hope you all have gone through that data which I have told you to remember. There were only few data which you have to remember. Mostly means you have to find out, or as I told you in the classroom, they say the every data is not to be get remembered. Only the few things are there which you have to keep in mind. If you see the latest pattern of the examinations of last 3 to 4 years, genuine questions came from that topic, and that data was complex data was not asked regarding that. The superficial, or you can say the question were asked from the upper portions only. Okay. Same, but see, if you talk about the current data of the food grains also, then generally what happens, the question from this data comes regarding the which states covers the highest area, and under, suppose we are talking about the pineapple, in that is horticulture crops. Sometimes the question is asked about the what is the final product of the this final food overall food grain productions. Means the famous data, or you can say the aggregate data is asked in the examinations. But sometimes the exam like NABARD or and RDB SO also, rarely, but sometimes they have asked the question from the advanced estimates also. Okay, but see what happens generally, if there is a little bit, if one question is also asked from the advanced estimate, it means you have to cover that section also superficially, but you have to cover, because if AFO is being conducted of the 60 question, means now you can understand the importance of one questions. Many students are there who is being disqualified in the final merit list by 0.25 marks, 0.30 marks, 0.50 marks. Means prelims it's okay, but regarding the mains, you can understand the importance of one question. And these things is easily available to you, because sometimes some questions are asked in the IBPS AFO that you feel in the examination hall that, oh, this thing was left. Yeah, this thing does not come in your mind to cover that, oh, this thing can be also asked in the examination. That is another thing. But these things is easily available regarding the advanced estimate. These are, if you are using the studying PIB, all these, or even in our notes, the advanced estimates are also covered. Okay, then once you can go through the superficially, you can go through the that notes also. Okay, now let's start. See, the third advanced estimate of production of major agricultural crops for 2020-21 has been released by the Department of Agriculture, Cooperation and Farmers Welfare. You'll get the data of even fourth advanced estimate also, but that will update in the notes. But for now, we are studying the third advanced estimate, as well as we'll also study the final production data of the 2019-20, and as well as the final data of production data of the horticulture crops, and first advanced estimate of 2020-21 of the horticulture crops. Okay, then now the total food grain production is estimated at 305.44 million ton for the year 2020-21. Okay, now if you see, as per the advanced estimate, the estimated production of major crops during 2020-21, then if you see, you can see in 2020-21, you see here that for the rice in third advanced estimate, the production is estimated to be 121.46 million ton, whereas for the wheat it is 108.75 million ton, and for the coarse or nutritionals it is 49.66 million ton. For maize it's 30.24, that is record production is that, and for tur it is 4.14 million ton. For gram it is 12.61, this is also record production. As well as total pulse, it is 25.58 million ton, and total food grain production is 305.44 million ton. Groundnut, it's 10.12 million ton. This is also record production. When you talk about soybean, it's 13.41 million ton, and the rapeseed and mustard, it's 9.99. That is also record production. Wild seed, it's 36.57 million ton. Sugarcane is 392.80 million ton, and cotton, it's 36.49 million bales. One bale is equals to 170 kg. Okay, And jute and mesta, it's 9.62 million bales, and 1 bale in case of jute and mesta, it is 180 kg. Now, if you see the area production yield of major crops of 2019-20, that is for advanced estimate, you see for the rice, area under rice is 43.78 million hectare, production is 118.8 million ton, and yield, that is kg per hectare, 2705. For wheat, area is 31.45 million hectare, and production in million ton is 108, and yield is 3421. This question was asked in FCI. Okay, for Nutricore's, area under it is 24.02, production is 47.75, and the yield is 1976. For pulses, area under it is 28.34, production is 23.03, and yield is 817. Total food production, area under it in million hectare, it is 127.59, production is 297.5, and yield is 2325. Like this, you can see of the others also: wild seed, sugarcane, cotton, jute and mesta. It is not necessary that I should read all the data. It is, I've already said on your screen. You can see it from there. Now, when you talk about the percentage share of area under major crops, then the highest area in our country is shared by which crop? That is rice. And that this is first on top rice, and second followed by wheat. This you have to remember. It is 16%. After that, it is pulses and wild seed, that covers 14%. Other cover is covered by 13%. Cotton 7%. Sugarcane 2%. Nutri cereals 12%. Is it clear? Clear? Remember, this is 2019-20 data. Okay. Again, if you see the leading states in area, as well as the production, as well as the productivity of the crops. Okay. Okay. The detail, it is already here in detail also, but if more detail, if you want, you will see it will update you by the mid of December, everything. Okay. If you see which state has the highest area and production under rice, it's West Bengal, but the productivity is highest in Punjab. You must remember where you will get trapped in the examination hall. See that if some states are leading in the area as well as the production of the particular crop, but the productivity goes to other states. Okay, in that point you have to focus. Okay, again you see in case of wheat, the area and production is highest under Uttar Pradesh, but the productivity is highest in Punjab. Same is the case of maize. Area and production is highest in Karnataka, but the productivity is in Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Next, when you talk about the sorghum, area and production both is highest in Maharashtra. When you talk about the cotton, here also area and production both is highest in Gujarat. Okay. Now don't get confused. I know you in your mind sometimes this may come regarding the Maharashtra. Okay. But I'm talking about 2019-20 production data. Okay. Again, if you see the soybean, then highest production area comes under Madhya Pradesh, and the production is in also Madhya Pradesh, but the productivity soybean is highest in Maharashtra. And regarding the production of the soybean, leading states Madhya Pradesh, this question was asked in NABARD 2019. Sunflower, highest production is in state Karnataka. Again, when you talk about the gram, its area is in Madhya Pradesh, and production is also in Madhya Pradesh. Groundnut area as well as production both in Gujarat, but the productivity in Tamil Nadu. When you talk about the rapeseed and mustard, area and production both in Rajasthan. Sugarcane, of course, you all know the Uttar Pradesh area and production, but remember regarding the productivity, Tamil Nadu. I'm again talking about the productivity of sugarcane. It's Tamil Nadu. I'm more focusing in this word because sugarcane is an important crop. You must remember this thing. Okay. After that, when we talk about the jute and mesta, of course, it is West Bengal area and production. Sunflower, which is area and production both Karnataka. This question was also asked in NABARD. Potato, Uttar Pradesh area and production. Tea, Assam area and production. Total cereals, yeah, of course, you all know it is area as well as the production is highest in Uttar Pradesh. Total pulses area in Madhya Pradesh, but production in Rajasthan. Total wild seed area in Madhya Pradesh, but production Rajasthan. Coarse cereals area and production both in Rajasthan, and total food grains, of course, you have no doubt it's Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Now, when you talk about the world, then area and production of cereals, if you talk, then highest area and production comes under wheat, followed by the rice, and then the maize. But when you talk about Gautam, mute yourself. When you talk about the area and production of crops in India, then it is rice, followed by the wheat, then sorghum, then maize, then pearl millet. Now, when you talk about the yield, quintal per hectare, then which cereals have the highest yield in our country?
Maize.
Okay, its right answer is wheat, because sugarcane has highest productivity if you talk about the overall, but I have asked about the cereals. Okay, then in cereals the highest yield comes under wheat. It's 34 quintal per hectare. Sugarcane followed by wheat, then maize. Now, then when you talk about the production of wild seed and wild, then see there are two types. One is primary source and secondary source of wild seed and wild. For in primary source, groundnut, rapeseed, mustard, soybean, sunflower, safflower, all this comes under it. But when you talk about the secondary source of wild seed and wild, it is coconut, palm oil, cotton seed, and even rice bran is used for this. Okay. Now, highest production, if you see in wild, if you talk about the wild seed, then it's soybean followed by the rapeseed and mustard. In case of wild, it is rapeseed, mustard, and soybean. Okay. Now, if you say the crop wise coverage of the irrigated area, then highest irrigated area is covered by sugarcane, followed by the wheat, then the mustard and rapeseed. Under the total serious irrigated area is 60%, and under total food grains irrigated area is 52%. If you take the total area of all the crops irrigated, then it is 49%. Remember this data. If something, some data are common, but some data are little bit different. And remember, if the question paper is made good, the questions will be from this some data that is little bit different. Okay. Now, these are the questions which were asked in the examinations from horticulture data. Like horticulture production is how many million tons in 2019-20? That is 320 million ton. Pineapple leading production, which state? It's West Bengal. Maximum area under pineapple comes under which state? That is Assam. That was asked in NABARD 2019 as well as FCI 2021. Horticulture production data, highest to lowest, like vegetables, then fruits, then plantation crops, spices, then flower, then aromatic and medicinal, then vegetable crop, which occupies the largest area, that is NABARD. This type of question. See, did you see the question? Which type of questions are being asked in the examinations? Then don't go on the data that 319, 320, 118.08. Don't get confused by that data. Okay, you know, you should see how much you study. That does not matter. What matters that how you study, how much smartly you study. Okay, now next, if you talk about the current data of horticulture, then you can see the in current data, Department of Agriculture, Cooperation and Farmers Welfare has released the final estimate of 2019-20 and the first advance estimate of 2020-21 of area and production of various horticulture crops. Now you have understood, we have started, we stopped now we have left the agronomic crops. Now we are into the horticulture crops. Okay. Now, if you see, there is a final estimate of this 2019-20 and 2020-21 is first advance estimate. Then according to 2019-20 final estimate, its area under horticulture crops is 26.46 million hectare, and the production is 320.77 million ton. And according to first advance estimates, area under horticulture crops is 27.17 million hectare, and the production is 326.58 million ton. Remember, you can see first question, if you see horticulture production is how many tons in 2019-20, it means that data have to be remembered. Okay. Now let's see some highlights of final estimates of 2019-20. The total horticulture production in 2019-20 is estimated to 1 minute. Total horticulture production in 2019-20 is estimated to 3.12, higher than the 2018-19. An increase in the production of fruits, vegetables, flowers, and spices is seen where there is increase in the production, there is increase in the fruits, vegetables, flowers, and spices. Whereas there is a decrease in the production of aromatic and medicinal as well as the plantation crops. Okay, as we compare the data with the 2018-19 production data. Then fruit production is estimated to be 102.3 million ton as compared to 97.97 million ton in 2018-19. The production of vegetable is estimated to be 188.91 million ton against 183.17 million ton in 2018 and 19. Onion production is estimated to be 26.09 million ton against 22.82 million ton reported in 2018-19. Now, that was the final estimate of the 2019-20. Now we are talking the first advanced estimate of the horticulture crops. Total horticulture production in 2020-21 is estimated to be 326.58 million ton, an increase of about 5.81 million ton, near about 1.81% increase over the data of 2019-20. Increase in production of fruits, vegetable, aromatic and medicinal plant, and plantation crops. Here, there is a decrease in the production of spices and flowers over the previous year. Fruit production is estimated to 103.23 million ton as compared to 102.03 million ton in 2019-20. Again, the production of vegetable is estimated to 193.61 million ton compared to 188.91 million ton in 19-20. Onion production is estimated to 26.929 million ton as compared to 26.09 million ton in 2019-20. Again, potato production is estimated to 53.11 million ton against the production of 48.56 million ton in 2019-20. Now, if you talk the area and area production and productivity, you can once go. It is already shared on your screen. You can go through it. From this section, question was asked in IBPS 2018, and this data is taken from 2018 horticulture annual report. Okay, you see area under fruits is 6.70. Okay, million hectare, production is 100.04 million ton, and productivity is 14.99. Regarding again, we talk about the vegetable area under it 10.3, production is 189.4, and productivity is 18.37. Likewise, you can see of flowers, aromatic and medicinal plants, plantation crops, spices, and total if you see area is 26.2 million hectare, production is 319.5 million ton, and the productivity is 12.19. And from this data, we have this, you can see the question was asked of these types. Means they have asked which of the following have the lowest production among horticulture crops, which of the following have the lowest productivity. Means the question is, if you see then the question is even from this chart only, but the way of asking was different. If you talk about the area wise highest to lowest, then area under highest is under vegetables, followed by the fruits, spices, plantation crops, aromatic and medicinal, and lowest is of flowers. When the production wise, if you talk, then highest production is also in fruits, vegetables, then fruits, then plantation crops, then spices, then flowers, then aromatic and medicinal plant. Lowest aromatic and medicinal plant. This was actually NABARD also, as well as the IBPS AFO 2018-19. Productivity, vegetable is highest, then fruits, then flowers, then plantation crops, then spices, then aromatic and medicinal. Okay. Now, crop wise area, production and productivity of fruit crops. If you see, I'll tell one or two. Rest you can take the screenshot or you can see it. See, mango. If you talk about the mango, then area under this mango is 2.25 million hectare. Percentage share in this total area, this horticulture crops, it is 30.470. Production in million ton is 21.8. Percentage share in production, mango shares 22.4 of the total horticulture production, and productivity in million ton per hectare is 9.5. Likewise, you can see of the banana, citrus fruit, papaya, guava, pomegranate, as well as apple and the grapes. From this data, see this chart is prepared. See, if you talk, then the area, which fruit crop has highest area, then it is mango, followed by the citrus, then it is banana. When you talk about the production, it's banana, then mango, then citrus. But when you talk about the productivity, it is papaya, then banana, then grapes. Leading fruit producing states of our country, if you see, fruit in highest area in fruit is covered by which state? Highest area in fruit is covered by which state?
Maharashtra.
Yes, of course, it is Maharashtra, then it is Andhra Pradesh. But the production goes to Andhra Pradesh, then
Andhra Pradesh.
Maharashtra, and the percentage share, then Andhra Pradesh shares 15.6% of the total production, and the Maharashtra shares 12.0%. Now, when you talk about the vegetable crops, then the highest area is covered by potato, and production of area is 2.14 million hectare, production is 51.31 million ton, and productivity is 24. Highest area is covered by potato, then onion, then after that leading vegetable production states, then of course area in which states the highest area is in this vegetable crops, it is Uttar Pradesh, but the and the area as well as the production also. Okay, and if you say the percentage share of Uttar Pradesh, it is 15.3%. You can see the data. Plantation crop area and production, then if you see plantation crop in lakh hectare, then coconut is 20.9 lakh hectare, cashew 10.6 lakh hectare, and apricot is 4.97 lakh hectare, and the production in lakh ton, it's coconut 164.13, cashew 8.17, and apricot 8.33. Leading plantation crop and producing states and percentage share, if you see, Kerala shares total 33% of the plantation crop share, Karnataka 27%, and Tamil Nadu 23%. Leading flower producing states and percentage share, Tamil Nadu shares 17.3%, Andhra Pradesh 15.4%, Karnataka 11.6%, and leading spices producing states, Madhya Pradesh 14.6%, Rajasthan 14%, Andhra Pradesh 13.5%. Now, this is the important chart. You can see highest area and as well as the production. When you talk about the mango, highest production is in Uttar Pradesh, followed by Andhra Pradesh, and area is in Andhra Pradesh. And the banana, highest production is in Andhra Pradesh, followed by Gujarat, and area in Karnataka. Papaya, highest production is in Andhra Pradesh, then Gujarat, and area in Gujarat. Guava, highest production in Uttar Pradesh, then Madhya Pradesh, but the area in Uttar Pradesh. Lime or lemon, highest production Gujarat, and followed by Andhra Pradesh, then area in Gujarat. And then mandarin, highest production in Madhya Pradesh, followed by Punjab, area in Madhya Pradesh. Sweet orange, highest production in Andhra Pradesh, then Maharashtra, and area in Andhra Pradesh. Grapes, it is in Maharashtra production, and then Karnataka, but area in Maharashtra. Regarding pineapple, the question was asked. In pineapple, if you see, then the highest production is in West Bengal, followed by the Assam. This was asked in NABARD 2019, but the area under pineapple is highest in Assam. I told you this question was asked in FCI 2020-21 and NABARD also. And likewise, you can see the pomegranate, sapota, apple, bale. Okay, bale highest production is in Uttar Pradesh. After that, you can see if you see the tomato, it's in Andhra Pradesh, followed by Madhya Pradesh, area in Odisha. Potato, Uttar Pradesh, then West Bengal, area in Uttar Pradesh. Onion, Maharashtra, followed by Madhya Pradesh, area in Maharashtra. Brinjal, West Bengal, then Odisha, area in West Bengal. Production of okra is West Bengal, followed by Gujarat, area in West Bengal. Cabbage, production in West Bengal, then Odisha, area in West Bengal. Cauliflower, West Bengal, then Madhya Pradesh, and area in West Bengal. Like that, capsicum in Karnataka, production is highest. Carrot, highest production is in Haryana. Like this, you can check this, all the data. Now you see, if you see loose flowers, it is highest in Tamil Nadu, area in Jammu and Kashmir, Akranet, Karnataka, followed by Kerala, and the area in Karnataka. Like what if you talk about the coconut, highest production in Kerala, followed by Karnataka, its area is highest in Kerala. Likewise, you can check the cumin, garlic, ginger, turmeric, all these. Now that was all about the production data. Now let's talk few things about the this MSP. See, the cabinet approves minimum support price for the Kharif crop marketing season 2020-21. So in this this cabinet committee on economic affairs that is chaired by Prime Minister, our Prime Minister, that is Narendra Modi, they has improved the increase in minimum support price for the Kharif 2020-21. Government has increased the MSP of Kharif crop for the marketing season of 2021-22 so that the farmers could get remunerative price of their produce. In this Kharif crops MSP, you can see the highest increase from the previous MSP is seen in case of sesame, that is Rs 452 per quintal, and followed by the tur and urad, that is 300 rupees per quintal. In case of groundnut and Niger, there has been increase of 275 per quintal in case of groundnut, but 235 per quintal in case of Niger seed. When determining the MSP, the various terms of reference are given to CSCP that are analyzed on the basis of demand and supply, cost of production, price trends in market, both as well as domestic as well as international, intercrop price priority, as well as terms and trade between agriculture and non-agriculture. A minimum, remember this point, a minimum of 50% as the margin over the cost of production. Minimum how much margin has to be there? 50% over the cost of production. Okay, likely implementation of MSP on consumers of the product. See, cost of production is important factor while determining the MSP. But remember, this is not, cost of production is not only the factor that will determine the MSP. Although this question was asked in NABARD 2020-23, that most important factor for determining of MSP is cost of production. Most important, but it is not only the factors. There are other factors also which determine the MSP. Now, this you can see the MSP of this minimum support price for the Kharif season 2021-22. For if you see for paddy in 2020-21, it was 1868. MSP for 2021 and 22, it is 1940. Increase in MSP absolute, it is 72, and return turnover cost, it is 50. Likewise, you can see regarding the cotton as well as the gram. This was asked in regarding cotton, it was asked in NABARD 2019, and regarding gram it was asked in FCI 2020-21. And if you remember the paper of 2018-19 IBPS AFO, then there 2 questions was asked from the MSP regarding the wheat and rice. MSP for Rabi crops for the marketing season, that is 2021-22, that will be released in September 2021. See, the increase in MSP for the Kharif crops in marketing season 2021, this was already announced in the Union Budget of 2018-19 regarding that MSP should be at least 1.5 times the overall or average cost of production. What is the cost of production that is in a production of the crops? The MSP should be at least 1.5 times the cost of production, so that farmers could get the fair price regarding their produce. They expected, now if you see the expected return from to farmers in their cost of production is highest in case of bajra. Minimum is 1.5%, and as well as in the beginning I have told you that the return should be at least 50% over the cost of production. But in case of bajra it is 85%, and urad it is 65%, and tur it is 62%, and for rest of the crops it is minimum, that is 50%. There are in last few years there are several efforts has been taken to improve the MSP of the wild seed, pulses, coarse cereals, so that farmers gets encouragement, or farmers will get increased to shift larger area under these wild seed, pulses and coarse cereals, and could adopt the best technology in their farm to make the demand supply balance properly. Okay, they added focus on nutrient rich or nutrient cereals to be increase their production. Where the production of rice or wheat cannot be grown, there they should grow the coarse cereals. Besides this umbrella scheme is Pradhan Mantri Annadata Abhiyan PM ASA was announced by the government in 2020, will add to providing remunerative return to the farmers for their produce. Under this thing, I think in one lecture I have taught this, or I think on YouTube regarding this PSS price support scheme, price deficiency payment scheme, PDPS, and private procurement and stock list scheme. This was, I had already taught this. You can go to the YouTube channel, there you can study that. Again, if you see, to get the self-sufficiency in the production of pulses as well as the kharif, there are some strategy and that are being implemented for ensuring in these crops of pulses in kharif 2020-21 seasons. A detailed plan both as well as for the increasing the area under these crops or the productivity enhancement for tur, moong, and urad has been formulated. Under this, high yielding varieties seeds will be distributed free of cost to increase area through intercropping or sole crop. Similarly, for wild seed also, government has they are distributing high yielding varieties of seeds to the farmers in free of cost. Okay, so that there should be more production of wild seed as well as more area should be brought under the this pulses. Then this was all the from the production data as well as the MSP, and detail this are already present in our notes. You can study it from there. I think everything is clear to you all. Amal, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
now you can go through this data, and already in previous lecture also I have told you that how to study this data. Okay, it is in your hand whether you make it complicated or you make it easy. It is in your hand. Okay, already before every lecture I show you the questions, the types of questions which is being asked. First try to follow that pattern. Don't try learning that area and that tomato is 26.24, production is 118.05. Don't learn this. Study smartly, because nowadays if you have to qualify the examinations, not only hard level, along with that you need a smart study. Okay, see you in next lecture. Till then, study it. And before I am saying it, if you are joining the class, then try to join on time.